Please don't spoil the movie.
By adding your own soundtrack. 2, 1.
Oh,
We're back. We're started.
You never give me like a warning. You're just like, here we go.
That's the warning.
Well,
sometimes life takes you by the balls. Throws you into a podcast.
You gotta be ready.
You gotta be ready, man.
You gotta be ready for it. You gotta be ready for that ride.
Right. Hi, I am Poison Ivy.
Okay. My name is Carrie Bradshaw.
Oh. And welcome back to Please Don't Spoil the Movie, a podcast. I said that weird. I just went British with it. Brought to you by sisters who love each other.
On occasion.
Guys, it's been so long.
It's been ages.
I'm so sorry.
Centuries. Our sincerest apologies.
Yes.
But it's really my fault, but it's fine.
Yeah. It's Jade's fault. And one day in the future, we might be able to tell you what that about. But, we're still recovering from this, so.
Right.
we're not ready to talk about it yet.
Yeah, we're not ready to talk about it.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Yeah.
Trauma. Needed a break. And here But we're back, baby. And one day, you all know, but right now.
Yes, not today. Not today. We already share so much of our lives.
Right. We already share so much of our lives with you guys.
Oh, yeah. That's
You don't need to know all my goddamn business.
Get a room. Get your own life, bro.
Mind your own. Well, what's been going on with you?
Girl, not much. So we've been gone for the month of July.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies nowadays,
Time flies when you're having fun.
I just started July the other day. Not having fun. Not doing much. Movie wise, I've seen a good amount of movies. Because that's what we're here for. I saw Boys. That
was a great one.
No, not the show. That's not what I'm talking about.
I knew you weren't. I was joking.
Men in Black. No. Will Smith. Bring the boys back.
Oh.
Bad Boys.
Girl, I was going to say, y'all don't know what I want to say.
Bad Boys 4.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I saw recently.
It was
It
good?
was kind of long. I was like, wrap it up, Will.
Did you see the third one?
I did.
How was the third one? I've never seen the third one. I've only seen the one with Gabrielle Union.
That is wild. But it's also one of the best ones.
I mean, that's the best
one. Yeah, no, for sure. Well, the second one, yeah, it's just the same thing, different font.
Characters.
Yeah.
Different font.
Yeah, but now his son, quote unquote, I guess you missed that he's got a bastard son roaming around.
Not a bastard son.
Yeah.
Is his bastard son evil?
Yeah, he is.
He is?
Yeah, he's done crimes.
Oh, wasn't he? But I think did he have a son in the third one, or no?
Yes, he found out about his son in the third one. He's also in the fourth one. I'm assuming there might be a fifth one, so he might get... might get his redemption arc. Like, I'm gonna be a good guy. Or maybe won't ever come back. Who knows? Then I saw, what else did I see? I saw the new Quiet Place, the prequel with Lupita. Mwah, loved it. 10 out of 10. Good. So good. Those movies, 3 for 3.
They're doing good with those.
They haven't missed anything.
They haven't plateaued yet.
They haven't plateaued. Usually be like, and I think they're going to do a fourth one because they were kind of like sprinkling some knowledge in there.
What would the fourth one be about?
I think how to kill him.
Oh.
Or
so it would go back to...
I don't know. So this one gave us a little knowledge of how they survive and almost how they got here.
How did the monsters
got here and what they eat to survive?
How did they get here?
I don't know. So they did, well, not too much information, but they came asteroids. But this time they showed the area where an asteroid hit and they kind of eat the stuff from their I don't know, they eat these little alien plants or something like that. And that was just it was like a 5-minute suspenseful scene, but they showed some of that. So I'm assuming the next one we're gonna get more about the aliens, how to kill them.
I thought they eat people, so they eat.
No, I see. That's what I was wondering. I was like, do they eat the people? I'm not sure if they do or not eat the people. They just don't like noise. So I'm not sure. I don't think they're eating the people, but they will bat the shit out of you.
Behind noise.
Yeah, but it kind of makes
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so
trying to nap
exactly.
Here.
We never see them eating the people. If I remember correctly, we just always see them attacking noise people, not people. But this time we actually see them eating, which is they're eating some kind of alien plant.
That's on Earth now?
That came with them from there, and it's on Earth. So I'm assuming...
I feel like that plant's got to run out.
That's what I'm talking about, right?
It just arrived here with you guys.
It might be a
It doesn't grow here naturally.
It might be a day after tomorrow situation.
You know, I'm looking at these monsters in a different life. Their whole like MO is just like they like don't want noise.
They don't want noise.
Because I can appreciate that.
Just like shut the fuck up.
Just like everyone just shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Because they're not eating it. They just like don't. Whenever they hear noise, they just like they just jump on you, swat you. Shut the fuck up.
Disembody you and call it a day.
Yeah. So I don't know what their motive is. In my head, it might be like their planet was, just like I don't know if they were just like
their planet got too noisy.
Or their planet was like not growing their food but they don't seem smart. I don't know. They seem more like animals
for sure.
So like I don't know if they had the the brain power, but like our planet is so let's go to a new planet. Maybe
it was just like they got knocked to Earth. Like, I feel like it was just
right. I don't know if it's like
the universe, the Milky Way. I don't know.
Could be like an alien situation.
Just like kind of knock them that way.
Yeah. So I'm very curious. So I think they were having another one. I don't think it's gonna be another prequel. It might be another like this is how we end them. But even in the last one, like the third, not this last one, but the third one, technically in sequence order, the girl comes up with a way to like kill them. I don't know if you ever watched them, but like she has a
I haven't.
She has a hearing aid, and they don't like that. Whenever she puts a hearing aid,
Lupita or somebody else.
No, so this is like the third one. This is like a child. So this is like Lupita's the recent one that came out, but she's like in the beginning of this,
right when it all started.
Yeah, so like the
one with John whatever and Emily Blunt and their kids or whatever.
Yeah, their kids. He dies in the first one.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he dies in the first one. You haven't seen them.
He dies.
He dies saving his kids. So it's just Emily Blunt, her 2 kids, and her baby. She has a baby. So in the third, he dies. I feel like I shared that with you since you were probably never going to watch it.
So what happens in the second one then?
So in the second one, they have a farm. In the second one,
he's dead?
So the second one and the third one are like back to back. They're like the next day almost. So in the second one...
Wait, what do you mean the second and third one are back to back? If the third one's a prequel.
I know. So,
you mean the first one and the second one?
The first one and the second one are back to back.
Okay.
I was putting them in in the way they happen in like that world.
Yeah, okay.
But the first one that came out and the second one are back to back. They live on a farm. They get attacked by the monsters. The dad dies, and then I don't know why they decide they can't stay there anymore because I feel like they still could have stayed there, but they decide.
Trauma.
I guess, but they were. I don't know. They almost made it seem like their house was inhabitable anymore, but it really was. I don't know why they decide to leave, but they leave, and on their journey to find somewhere else, the son gets his foot messed up. They find a little shelter that this one guy's living with. Doesn't let him in, but he does. Okay, but the main point of that one is a little girl.
This is the second one.
Yeah, second one. She's deaf. She has a hearing aid, and she discovers whenever she puts the hearing aid, she discovers it at the end of the first one that when she puts the hearing aid next to the microphone, it makes that sound, and they don't like that, and it demobilizes them for a second, so you can shoot them and kill them. So it like freaks them out, like it freezes them almost. Okay. So, and then like in the second one, she wants it's a lot that's going on, but the main one is like she wants to get the word out about that. So yeah. So I'm assuming maybe in the fourth one, the fourth movie that comes out, it will be more like them killing the monsters. But yeah, Quiet Place. I think that's all the movies I saw.
Speaking of prequels, I'm really excited for when the Haymitch Hunger Games prequel drops.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Very excited for that one.
When's that coming out?
Had no interest in seeing Songs of the Bird or whatever.
That wasn't bad.
It's just like, I feel like we know how that, we know how Haymitch stories ends too, but I don't know. But just like the Songs of the Songbird, whatever the fuck it's called, I just feel like we know how this ends. Like, he's gonna be evil. Like, He becomes like a dictator and then he dies 30 years from now. Like, we get, like, we know what's gonna happen with this.
It was more interesting in seeing the beginnings of Hunger Games. Cause I was like, oh, y'all was treating these.
But that's the thing. I thought it was the beginning of Hunger Games, but it wasn't. They're on year 15.
Right, but it was the beginning of making it into a spectacle. Like we're treating the tributes like human beings. We want them to be nice and healthy before we go kill them. We put them in a nice, like cool, like
well, they're not treating them like human beings. That never happens. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're treating them like pigs for slaughter.
Yeah,
like,
there we go.
Yeah, but literally, if you
it's the exact opposite of treating them like human beings.
But no, Jay, if you would have saw the way they were treating them in the songbirds, they were literally throwing them in a zoo if they had an infection, they weren't treating it. They were like, you might die before you get out there. You might live. I don't care. It was just like, whoa. But like now they're just like, okay, let's train a little bit.
Yeah, they have like the best medicine.
They shave them, they feed them.
Yeah.
It's like the best the first week or however long they do that shit
It's like
for.
the best week of your life until you die.
Yeah, I literally was watching the show. I was like, there's one guy, he got bit by a bat or something. He was going, what do you call it? Or
rabies.
He had rabies. And his rabies was slowly getting worse. And I was like, when are they gonna
fix this?
When are they gonna treat him?
Yeah.
He didn't. I was like, oh, y'all don't give a fuck. So it was like the beginning of that.
I guess.
Yeah.
I thought I want to see why are we doing this? Like, I want to see the very first one. That's what I thought we were getting.
You kind of see it. You kind of see
what number are they on? Like, what was it? Like game 12?
Yeah, it was like 10 or maybe. It was like 5 to 10 or something.
Oh, that's still
maybe 10. Early. But like by the time they got to that one, the one that they did the movie about, they were considering stopping it. They're like, yeah, no one really cares anymore.
Oh,
they were
really?
Yeah, they were like, people don't really care. No one's watching. I think we made
Snow was like, let's up the ante.
We made it, but like, so they went to the school that he was going to, or like the program that he was in. The goal was to create. It was to felicitate the Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. So I mean, one of their tasks was, how do we get more people to watch the Hunger Games? Right. So that was like their homework. And then they got assigned. They're their mentors to help. Create
Because in the ones with like Katniss, what number are they on? They're on like 60, 70?
Oh, let's see. 74th. She was on 74th, and then it must have been the 76th. Or the 75th.
75th, too.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was back to back. She got a year off.
74th. 70 years in the game. Just killing kids. I'll never not think it's funny when like mom was like took us to see, and she always talks about how she like cried seeing that movie.
Did she?
And she was like, I don't think it might have just been me and her.
Yeah,
and she was like, the movie is so awful. They were killing children. She was like, shed a tear. And she was like, this movie is so terrible. They're just killing children.
What? No,
she really didn't like it. She was like, I thought it was just so awful. Oh. They were killing those babies.
And like I've heard her say that when the movie comes on, she's like, I don't want to watch that killing movie.
She always says that. She's like, that's the movie where they kill those kids.
But I never knew she had to sit down and watch it. I know. It must have been y'all too, because I was like, huh?
Oh my God, you're so precious.
She's like, what is this crap? You didn't like warn her or anything.
I don't know. She should have known. There's trailers.
You're like, read the book.
Right, read the freaking book like the rest of us. Okay. Anything else? You got some other films?
Sorry, in the Ballad of Songbirds is the 10th Hunger Games.
The 10th. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but I think I'm good.
What was your name?
Poison Ivy.
You just no reason.
I've been rewatching. I've already seen it. I've been rewatching.
Batman.
No. Harley Quinn, the cartoon.
Oh,
it's really
why?
Good. It's a good show. I like the show.
Interesting.
Comes on HBO Max. She's really good. There? Yeah, that's her girlfriend.
They date?
Mm-hmm. Oh. They don't start off dating, but they fall in love. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I love it. They're so cute.
I do like that. That's
yeah,
cute.
It's a very good show. Mm-hmm. I suggest you to watch it. It's not anime. It is like animation.
Right.
Because they
thought it was anime.
I know, but they have like a Batman. They have a Suicide Squad that started on HBO Max, but that is anime. I don't think I like anime. But yeah, but I like.
They're gonna come for you for that one.
I don't think I like it. There's some anime I do like, but I don't like that one.
Mm. Do you want to know why I said Carrie Bradshaw?
Are you watching Sex and the City?
I binge watched all 6 seasons of Sex and the City.
Wow, I've never sat down.
That was and I was like, yeah. That was the crazy part of all. I was like, I feel like I've seen like 75% of the show, but have never seen this freaking show in chronological order.
I've seen it. I feel like I've seen 100% of every episode, but I've definitely just pick and choose seasons. What do you think of any new discoveries?
It was interesting to see, like, okay, the actual changes. Like trajectory of her and Big's relationship. Cause like I just always know like, oh, they date, he gets married, like, but I never know how it all worked out. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, so they date, they break up, they date again, they break up, he gets married. They have an affair. They're friends, and then they.
Do you think it's shittier than what you thought? Because sometimes when
no, I don't think it's. Look, I don't know what's going on with like everyone's like on this like I hate Carrie Bradshaw like bandwagon. Sorry, I won't take any parts in it. I love that bitch. I'm so sorry.
There was parts in the movie that make me not like her.
And I get it. Like, she does like her narcissistic like tendencies. Like, somebody will be talking about herself and then like she'll bring herself up. But hello, she's the main character of the show.
But also, I also didn't think I stopped liking her when she did Aiden. Not the first time, but that second time, bitch, get out of here.
What was the second time? What's she doing the second time?
First time she cheats on him, obviously. Right. Second time, he asks her to marry her, and then she does the whole hyperventilating thing.
Yeah. He's like, I can't do this. I can't breathe.
Then why did you come back to him?
Yeah.
It just drives me insane that she was throwing rocks at this man's window, and she's like, what you thought was gonna happen? He was like, "This is the love of my life."
I don't know. I guess I didn't think of anything of it because I was like,
she fucked him. She fucked him in the ass twice.
But I just feel like, okay, I've always known she like fucked over Aiden. I always known she ends up with Big. So like when I was watching it, I was like, well, yeah, she's gonna fuck over. This is what we've always known it to be. Yeah. So I just like didn't think anything of it.
And then at that point where she's like throwing a rock at his window, and he's like, "What do you want?" And she's like, "Why didn't you?" He's like, "You broke my heart." She's like, oh. she's like, "You're yelling at me." I was like, "What do you think?" Like he's trying to grow. Leave him alone,
right?
And he gets so invested in it. He moves into her apartment. He's renovating the whole time. She wants to throw up, and I just don't understand. And to me, like the first time, it is what it is. I don't hate her for that one, but that second time, I'm like, bitch. I think the first time was worse, honestly. I think the second time is worse. Because it's like, okay, he just forgave her. She
just wasn't ready. The second time, like, she wasn't ready. The first time, it was like, you cheated.
She made him hang out with Big.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
She had to do all this. She
brought that man to his house.
She made him do all this crap.
Yeah.
Just to be like, ugh, gross. You give me the ick.
But it wasn't... He did not give her the ick. She just wasn't ready to get married.
Jade, she gave him the ick. She got rashes on her body when she tried on a wedding dress.
Because she didn't want to get married.
To him.
It had nothing to do with Aiden. She didn't want to get married. She wasn't ready to get
Jade,
married.
If Big knocked on her door the next day and was like, let's get married, which he would never would because he's a trash person, human being, and doesn't like her that much, she would have crawled to him.
Girl, I'm not even gonna say it because they're gonna chew me up and I don't want to get chewed up. Jordan has peer pressured me into revealing my intimate thoughts of what I was gonna say that I did not want to say out loud. So fine, here it goes. Everyone, I don't think Big is that bad.
I don't
like. Everyone makes him out to be this like big, awful, like big bad. He just like wasn't. It's the name of the game. This is love. Sex in the City, Sex in New York. Like, this is the name of the game. You find a guy, he's not that fucking into you. You date him, he's not that fucking into you. You date someone else, you're not that fucking into him. This is just how dating works.
And I just don't like them together. And I don't think, I get what you're saying. Big is not the worst.
He wasn't that awful.
Like, he wasn't, like, throwing her out in the middle of the street. He just wasn't ready. And it was just like they were perfect. I just don't know why she didn't want more. I don't know. He wasn't that bad.
I will say it was fucked up when he turned around and like ended up getting married on her. Like obviously that was fucked up. Like that was okay. So maybe okay. Now I'm sitting here and thinking about it. I mean, yeah, that was. And then strange. You turn around, you marry a 25-year-old. Like what the fuck?
But yeah, I just don't think he loved her. But maybe she doesn't deserve love.
Oh, hot motherfucking
She doesn't think she deserves it. She's not going
to get it. Well, they do end up together. Let's not forget that. And they end up
everyone's relationship is for everyone else, but to me, it's just like, he doesn't do it. Like, But who's your favorite? We have to move on, but who's your favorite couple? Or who's your favorite husband or boyfriend?
Oh, I know yours is Steve.
10 out of 10.
I mean, I think they're all great guys. Aiden, Steve, and Harry. I think they're all great. I mean, I guess I would say Aiden because he's the hottest.
So. You don't like Steve? I love me some
Steve. Miranda?
Miranda? No, don't give me a Miranda. Now, I did.
Girl, I can't stand Miranda.
Wait, I don't know if you've seen the show, and I haven't seen the season 2, but
season so it 1, was, or that it is now. That's a rap, or what the fuck it's called? This is us. What the fuck is that show called?
You've said so many things that were so close to it.
And now,
and so it is.
It's not just like that.
I think it's and so it is,
and that's a rap or something like that.
What is it? Sex and the City.
To be or not to be.
It's none of those. Let me see. And just like that. Is that what you said?
I don't remember.
You said so many times. And just like that. It's a terrible title.
Right. I don't understand why they just don't call it fucking Sex in the City.
Right. Grown Up or something. Or The City. I don't know.
Or
Drop
even
something.
that.
Old in the City.
But like it's literally the same show. Like why are you not calling it Sex and the City anymore?
Maybe because of like, I don't know, production reasons or...
Because this ain't there no more?
Contracts. But I don't know if you've seen season 1. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen any of that new shit.
Girl, this gonna make you hate Miranda.
Really?
She breaks up with Steve.
She breaks up with Steve?
Because she goes gay. She decides she's gay now. And she's in love with the...
You're hilarious now because she goes gay.
She's gay now. And she's with the...
Well, you know she's gay in real life.
She is gay in real life. But she...
I mean...
Steve did not see it coming. I fucking love you, Steve.
Damn.
Steve, once again, now...
That's fucked up. Because on the show, like, she really... Well, she hates men in general.
She's a girl version of Big. Steve is Carrie. I love you so much. I'm obsessed with you. You're not obsessed with me.
I mean, but even like watching her character, I mean, yeah, like I've always got like lesbian. Let's be so for real. So like her marrying Steve, I was like, she should honestly, in my opinion, she should have came out on the original broadcast of the show,
right? But that was too progressive for them.
Yeah, girl.
But yeah, but I'm about to watch because Samantha's coming back apparently.
As she freaking should. I don't understand how hard y'all could be beefing to miss out on the HBO check.
But I don't think apparently they won't be filming together.
What is the disconnect? I just don't understand.
It's a lot of tiny things, but that girl does not. She
do not like her.
She was like, I'm not burying the. It's just like you would think like time heals everything, but she's like, I'm not burying nothing. It's crazy.
It is what it is. And just like
like
that, so it be.
So it is.
And sow the dust, I rise.
The pit, let the
just like
fall.
Us. So like it be. That. Mote it be.
Yeah, New York City.
Did we say it?
There it is.
Did we get it?
Yeah.
All right.
That's the title of the show.
Think large family. Think misogynistic father. Think everyone wants to put a shelf life on women, and by the time you reach 30, you're an old maid and you have to be married and have to have kids, and if you're not, you're ugly and old and you're gonna die alone.
Different times.
Think Aiden. Look at that. Think Aiden.
Circle.
Think the Joey from NSYNC. Think big hair. Think loud people. Think 30-year-old virgin. Think we're going to the chapel and we're going to get married. That brings us to drumroll, please. My big fat Greek wedding.
You know what I hate to admit?
What?
I really don't know the difference between NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
I think that's a fair.
To me, they're all like,
omission.
I don't know which songs what.
I think that's fair.
I always forget which one Justin Timberlake was part of. I'm just
well, that you should know. Given the times, however, the age that we grew up, like we were like 5 when they were at their
which one
pinnacle.
Was
Backstreet Boys was first, and then we have NSYNC.
Which one?
Backstreet Boys, the main one, the biggest like one who you really need to know is Nick Carter, which is Aaron Carter's older brother. Right, so Nick Carter, Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
NSYNC, that's where we have
Justin
Timberlake. And yeah.
It's just
and Lance, the one who came out as gay. Then you have Joey, who's in My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And then you have
what we're talking
JC,
about?
I think is his name.
We're talking about the
oh my god. We're talking about NSYNC. Okay, so NSYNC, main one, Justin, of course, Justin Timberlake. Joey from My Big Fat.
I'm never gonna remember this, so you can save it.
Okay.
But I trust you.
I'm just trying to educate your ass. Your uncultured ass.
I know.
So you go fuck around saying
even
this shit in public.
Even the songs, I'm just like, whose song? Whose song could it be?
Well,
that was one of them.
Not whose song can it be. In Sync is, bye, bye, bye. That's there. And then, I want it that way. Tell me why. Ain't nothing but... Right. That's Backstreet Boys. So just bye, bye, bye. In Sync. I want it that way. Backstreet Boys.
Gun in my head. If someone asks me that like 2 days from now, I'll be like, oof.
Shame on you.
All right.
Everyone in the Portacallis family, summary, worries about Toula, Nia Vardalos. Still unmarried at 30 years old, she works at Dancing Sabaros, the Greek restaurant owned by her parents, Gus and Maria. After taking a job at her aunt's travel agency, she falls in love with Ian Miller, a teacher who is tall, handsome, and definitely not Greek. Toula isn't sure which will be more upsetting to her father, the fact that he isn't Greek or that he is a vegetarian. Fun facts! Let's dive in.
Before we start,
okay,
don't forget to watch, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your cousin that you don't talk to anymore. I don't know. Tweet it. Exit, Instagram it.
The film is a romantic comedy directed by Joel Zwick and written by Nia Vardalos. The film was released February 22nd, 2002. 2222.
2222.
It was nominated for Best Original Screenplay at the 75th Academy Awards and for Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, and Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, for Valdez at the 60th...
Musical? Oh, wait, they put them together. Never mind.
Yeah, for the 60th Golden Globe Award. The film started as a 45-minute one-woman show, which was based on Vardalos' own experience of marrying a non-Greek man. The 45-minute show was popular and sold out for much of its run, due in part to Vardalos' marketing it across Greek Orthodox churches in the area.
Work.
Several Hollywood executives and celebrities saw it, including actress Rita Wilson. She's the wife of Tom Hanks, who is also Greek herself. Wilson convinced her husband, actor Tom Hanks, to see it as well. Vardalos began meeting various executives about a film version of the one-woman show and began writing a screenplay as well.
I would pay to see that 45 minutes. Like, I just want to know.
45 minutes is like... I feel like that's in and out.
Very full in and out.
Right.
But it's a great time.
I mean, yeah.
For a one-woman show.
Who wants to see a 2-hour one-woman show?
Yeah.
No fucking thanks.
However, I also hate the title one-woman show. Or one-person show.
One-man show. Why? I mean, definitely has a stigma attached to it.
It has a stigma. And I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's just
good.
It's just like...
A one-man show? Is a
one-man show. To me, it's either like, it's going to make or break. It's a make or break you. I'm just like, okay. You're putting everything out there.
You're putting all your eggs into this thing.
And I don't know, it makes me nervous, that title. But
I mean, yeah. There's definitely been some shitty one-man shows across history. Mm-hmm. Definitely outweighing the good ones. Yeah. But
like I've seen one, but yes.
She did what had to be done. Mm-hmm. Where was I? She began writing a screenplay. However, the meetings proved to be fruitless because executives insisted on making changes that felt would
non-Greek.
Non-Greek. Yeah, they felt would make the movie more marketable. Which, of course, well, not. Whatever her last name is. Her first name is Nia. I'm going to call her Nia. Which Nia objected. This included changing the plot, getting a well-known actress in the lead role. Marissa Tomei was someone who was mentioned. I think she plays the grandmother on like the new Spider-Man movie.
With grandmother. That's crazy. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Well, not Auntie M.
Yeah, she's with Auntie. Yeah.
That's not her name.
No, yeah, that Auntie. No,
that's the Wizard of Oz. Auntie Pam. Auntie Gail. Auntie M.
Spider.
Aunt May.
Aunt May.
I got there.
That's crazy. They got 40-year-olds playing grandmothers.
Literally. Son, Hollywood loves to put a shelf life on women. It's crazy. You could be 69 years old and like play like a 40-year-old man. But like the second you turn 29 in Hollywood, grandmothers, mothers, and crackheads. That's all you get. Shameful.
Shame to yourself.
La, 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 la. So she was going to be the main role. And they also wanted to change the family's ethnicity to Hispanic.
Like, it's just a whole different story. It's not my story.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why she protested it so much.
I'm sorry. It's just, that is the nerve. Let's just do a whole different, the whole point of me doing this.
Right.
To tell my story.
Big fat Greek wedding. Let's just not make it Greek at all.
Sorry. Baffled. Hollywood says the darnest things.
Hollywood does the darnest things. So, where are we?
They wanted to change her Spanish.
Yeah, so they wanted to change the ethnicity to Hispanic. Of course, she was like, no. So I think she was kind of like in the dark for a while. Eventually, however, Tom Hanks, the great man that he does, his production company decided they wanted to produce like the film and of course like stick it to her own version.
Thank you.
And then in 2000, while in Toronto doing pre-production for the film, Nia and Playtone producer, that's a production company that Tom Hanks has, overheard actor John Corbett, Aiden from Sex and the City, who was in town. He was filming something. They saw him at a bar. He was talking to a friend. Ironically enough, he was telling his friend about wanting to read for the script of My Big Fat Greek Wedding, but he couldn't because he was filming whatever he was filming, and couldn't make it. They overheard the conversation and they offered him the role on the spot. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
Actually, I don't know why, but it pisses me off.
I love how you rolled your eyes.
I don't know.
I thought that was like so cool.
It pisses me off.
Why does that make you upset?
I don't know why.
What would be this movie without Ian?
I know I love him in the movie, but just like, oh, you're talking about the movie? Just take the part. Unless like they had it in their mind and they're like, okay, the person I have in mind, this is him. But like, I don't know why that pisses me off just to give someone a role that just asks for it and like you didn't even read for it. It like drives me insane. It's like, how do I like
oh, this white man just got this role handed to him.
Like these actors have been like auditioning for it and they're like, he met a guy at the bar and he just gave him the role. Like, what?
Well, maybe they knew he was gonna audition for it.
Maybe they just had him in mind, but yeah, I don't know, stuff like that drives me insane. But yes, good for him.
Hanks later said that casting Nia in the lead role brought him a huge amount of integrity. Brought a huge amount of integrity to the piece because it was Nia's version of her own life and her own experience.
So Nia was the one-woman show girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, making sure.
And also the main character of the film.
Yes.
And box office.
Budget
is what I meant to say.
What year is this?
2002, February 22nd, 2002.
We're in a recession. Are we in a recession yet?
No.
2005 is a recession.
No, we didn't.
2008. 2008 is a recession. But it's in there. It's in the background. It's everyone's mind. They just don't know about it.
America's doing really good right now in 2002.
They don't know. They don't know what's coming.
Economy-wise.
They don't know.
We're fresh off of 9/11, so we're actually... Patriotism is high.
Fresh off of 9/11, sorry. Patriotism is high.
Hold on.
Fresh off of 9/11. Okay, 10,000.
10,000?
10 million. I'm so sorry.
I was about to say. You're not off.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Oh. 7,000. 700. 7 million.
Lower.
Oh. 5 million?
5 million. Box office.
$20 million.
No.
$50 million.
No.
$100 million. No.
Am
I in the right direction?
I guess.
$150 million?
No.
$200 million?
No.
Should I go back down?
$368.7 million.
That's a profit, baby!
She never has to work a day in her life. She freaking wrote this shit, starred in it, and the budget was only $5 million. That's like chump change.
Nope.
And she made $368 $65 million.
No wonder why there's 3 of those bad boys.
I mean, there are, but the rest of them suck. I haven't seen them, but do we even want to? Like, no.
One day. I should have watched it. Sometimes, like, when we do movies, I'm like, I just want to watch it, but I just never feel like it.
Yeah, I failed to mention, there's a franchise. There's a sequel, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. And then My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Wait, I didn't even know they did a 3.
Yeah, I know they did a 3. I mean, it came out in 2023.
Why would they do a 3rd? Oh, it just came out.
It was making money.
The second one could not have made any money. Oh, the second one did alright.
The 3rd one made...
Not enough for them to do a 3rd, though.
I like her.
The second one, just in case anybody was curious, for the 2016 sequel, the budget was $18 million. The box office was $90 million. So... Pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
And then for the 3rd one, box office doesn't even tell us. I mean, budget doesn't even tell us. Box office was 39. So they should have stopped at the 2nd one. But yeah.
Okay. I'll watch it one day. She also did a movie called My Life in Ruins, which is not...
I always thought was the sequel.
Yeah. It's like almost like a sequel, but not a sequel because we know what she did with her life. But yeah.
Right. Okay.
What else do you have of us? What else do you have for us?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Baby.
Let's get this movie. I feel like we shouldn't say let's dive in anymore because I don't want to support Trey songs anymore, and we already did it for so long.
Yeah, we don't support weirdos.
Yeah, and yeah, we did it for too long, honestly.
I stand by that decision.
Yes. Oh, my decision. Our decision.
This decision.
Yeah.
We're Xing it. We support women.
Yeah.
Women supporting women.
Kiki. Kiki, do you love me? They run.
This is a Kiki Palmer Stan house.
Yeah. To love her. She's got great energy.
Okay.
Let's
start.
Let's start. It's been a while.
Let's go.
So,
let's go. Have you seen that TikTok? Of course you haven't.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I know the sound over, but like...
Your algorithm is probably the worst I've ever seen.
Honestly, yes. Our TikTok algorithm is where I want it. My personal algorithm, like for my account, my TikTok.
Yeah. Why can't you get it together?
Dismal.
Just watch videos. And just watch a few videos and it'll do it. It'll do the work for you.
But it's hard to because I'm like, what is this rap? You know, the first time I got on TikTok.
And if it's more than a minute and 30, next.
When I first got on TikTok, they were giving me all this like people booing Joe Biden, Trump stuff. I was like, what is this world?
I am?
I was like, what is this world? Like, I couldn't be on TikTok. I did like 5 scrolls. I was like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, every now and then I'll get like a pro Trump like TikTok. I'm like, do y'all not know who the fuck I am?
I don't get those anymore. But when I first got on there, they were like, are you racist?
Literally. No. So what I know is just what'll happen is like I'll see like a Kamala Harris like one and I'll like watch it, but they'll be like 7 minutes. I'm like, okay, 2 minutes is enough. And they're like, oh, she must love Trump. I'm like, no, that's not what's happening here. And they'll be like, yeah, like a obviously a far left video, and I'll like watch like the first half, and I'm like, I get the gist. Yeah. And I'm like, swipe, and then they're like, oh, she's a Trumpy. No, that's not what's fucking happening here.
So I'm not really getting those. It's crazy because I like one thing, and I'm just like, okay, that's what you are now. I'm like, whoa. I like just one video. I don't need to see 18 versions of it. Thank you. Right.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Let's fucking go. I don't even know what to say anymore.
So, welcome to My Big Fat Greek Wedding. First off, we meet
a young Toula Portocalis.
She's 30 years old. She's sitting in the car with her father, and the first thing we hear...
She yawns. She just yawns.
The first thing out of his mouth...
She's in the car with her father on a rainy Chicago day, and all she does is yawn. And he's like, you really need to get married. You're starting to look old.
I would punch him in the face. Old?
He was so triggered by her yawn. He was like disgusted by the sight of her.
You were disgusting.
He was like, oh,
it's God. It's like a nicer way of saying you're so ugly. You disgust me.
Right. And if you wait any longer, you're just gonna get uglier.
You look so old.
And you'll never get married. So hurry up.
It's like, yeah, Dad, I'm depressed.
Right. I'm 30
sad.
years old. I'm a virgin, and I live home with my parents.
Yes. Oh. is different because all she knows is her family.
Woo! Takes one to know one.
Takes one to know
real
one.
recognizes real, bro.
Right. She's sad with it because she can't do what she wants to do. That's the problem.
Yeah.
She's only doing with like the life that she has is just because her dad and her mom are like, do this, do that, do that. She's in a very small bubble. All she knows is Greek. So her dad.
She never went to college.
Yeah, her dad's very Greek. She's very Greek. She works at a Greek restaurant.
When little girls were going to Brownies, when she was 10, she was going to Greek school.
Yes.
Learning about Greek words, and you give Johnny has 7 lambs, you have 2 cows. What's the dowry? That's what she's learning in fucking Greek.
The only thing she knows is
these little girls are learning how to sew patches onto their freaking vests.
I'm trying to get married at 7. Yeah. Who's my prospects?
Right. What a life.
Poor thing.
Poor thing.
So she's very like
visibly just like.
But like her outfit.
Yeah.
It's just sad.
And she's very homely. Her
homely,
hair is frizzy. It's not done. It's not well kept. Doesn't look like it's been combed in ages.
At 30, she looks like a Catwoman.
Yeah.
But not like a cool Catwoman. Very sad.
She doesn't look like a great 30.
No. She should be out there.
She should be at the club.
Should be at the club.
At the martini bars.
Humping and dumping.
Cashing checks and breaking necks. She's working at her freaking parents' Greek restaurant.
Yeah, poor thing.
She has these big ass like 1970s glasses that the fucking rapist wore when they were giving out candies.
She's wearing brown. It doesn't look good on her.
Yeah,
she's got like a sweater vest on or something. I don't know. Not a vest, but like a cardigan.
So yeah, and she's basically just like telling us the trajectory of her life. Like she's been very Greek. While, you know, the blonde-haired, blue-white girls have been, like, living it up for ages.
She can't hang out with him.
She can't hang out with him.
Because she's Greek.
Because she's tan.
And her dad is shoving Greek down her throat.
Yeah.
It's a bit intense. The dad's holding their family back.
I mean, yeah, he's heavy on the Greek.
He's heavy on the Greek so much that he's holding the family back.
He's holding Toula back.
And their brother.
And the son. The oldest chick, the oldest daughter, she's cool with it.
Well, she's been conditioned for it.
I mean, yeah. This is all she knows.
Right. She's pleasing her father.
I mean, I think she's fine with the life that she has.
She is, but, you know, oldest child, there was no, yeah. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. She got 3 boys. She got 1 on the way. Big and pregnant. If I had 3 boys.
I don't know. She'd be working on my nerves. So, anywho. So, Toula's one of 3. She's the middle child. She's got her older sister who's like 3 years older than her. She's like the perfect Greek child. And she has like her little brother who's like a year younger than her.
Little brother. That's a hottie, honey.
I mean, he is hot, but like when they were kids, he was definitely a little shit.
He's adorable.
So we see her as like a little girl. We see her as like a teenager. And then now we see her as the 30-year-old woman that she is. Not hideous.
Yeah.
Homely. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. She's working at her parents' Greek restaurant. We're getting introduced to all the family. Dancing Zorbas.
In Chicago.
In Chi-Town. We're getting introduced to all her family. We meet her mother, who's like big tits, Greek.
Love her mom.
You know.
Honestly, sorry, I was talking shit about her dad. I do love her dad.
We warm up to him.
I like him.
In the beginning, we don't know about him, but.
Oh, I do like him. His first words were troubling, but he means well.
He's very old school, for sure.
Yeah. It's like, it's his version of tough love, which is just rude.
It's very old school Greek? I don't know.
He wants her to marry a Greek boy, have Greek babies, speak Greek.
That's what he wants for her life. That's what she's been taught since she was a little girl.
Right. Keep the culture, honey. Can't blame him.
Marry a Greek man, have Greek babies, and then feed everybody for the rest of their days. So we're at the Dancing Zorba's restaurant. We're introduced to her family. We meet her mom. We meet her dad. We meet her cousin Nikki. We meet her aunt. We meet her cousin Joey.
Yeah.
Who is Joey from... That's not his name. Is it his name? I don't know. Joey from the Backstreet Boys. Is Joey from NSYNC. You see what you're doing to me?
It's confusing.
Joey from NSYNC is her cousin. We meet her cousin Nikki. We meet her uncle, her aunts, everybody. We're meeting everybody. She's working like the counter, pouring coffee, shit like that. We meet her sister again. We see her brother. It's all in the family. It's a family affair.
Family business.
Family business. So her dad is talking with, I don't know if this is his brother, his sister, whatever.
I think the girl
Toula's aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
And they're basically asking about Toula. And they're like, How's she doing? He's like, oh, she's okay, I guess. And then he's basically, the uncle's like, oh, well, if you take her to, like, Greece, don't tell anybody her age.
Oh.
They're like, she's like 73. She's freaking 30.
Because they're creepy.
And then the dad's like, she doesn't want to go to Greece. I don't even think she wants to get married. And they're like, poi. Not get married. Oh, my God. No. And then they're like, well, at least she'll die here at this restaurant and never leave you. There's she'll run the business. Yeah, she can run the business for you. And then little brother Nicky, he's in the kitchen. He's the chef. Sister comes in with her pregnant ass and her three freaking, not illegitimate, but little shitheads of sons.
3 boys, different ages, a lot of energy.
And it's just like chaos.
It's a chaos. But then we see that, you know, Toula has a desire for change. Her sister knocks over some menus. She picks up one of them and she sees like a brochure.
Like a pamphlet, for like a college.
And she's like, what is this?
Yeah, and she's being very like aggressive about it. Like she sees the pamphlet. The sister's like, Toula, what is this? And like Toula doesn't say anything. Like she's like, what is this? Bitch, calm the fuck down.
It's like she saw a pamphlet to join the Nazi party. Like, what? It's just to go to community college.
Yeah, like, pump the fucking brakes. Like, what is this? Like, how dare you try to educate yourself?
It is wild.
You work at this fucking restaurant.
It's a bit, like, strong. Maybe that's how she talks to her kids, and she's just, like, so used to talking crazy.
Right. And then Tula's like, I don't know. And her sister throws away the brochure.
Yeah.
What a fucking twat. So then in walks Ian Miller,
also known as Aiden,
the love interest, and his friend. Oh, what I failed to mention is the friend, the bestie, that's her husband in real life. The non-Greek man that she marries.
Oh.
Jordan is not impressed.
Oh. That's the man?
Yeah, that's her non-Greek husband. He is the reason for this whole movie.
Get out of town. They still together?
I guess. I'm sure.
What?
They want to be. She wrote a whole fucking movie about his ass.
Didn't make him the main part.
He doesn't have the heartthrob appeal that Aiden offers.
Could you imagine? It's like, do you want to cast me? And they're like, no. So, you coming to the premiere? Oh, I think they broke up in 2018, buddy.
Damn! No!
They were married from 1993 to 2018.
Fuck! Yeah. They broke up? Mm-hmm. He wasn't gonna clue. He played the teacher. He likes playing the teacher. Anywho, so in walks Aiden and her real husband in real life, but Aiden's best friend.
Yeah.
Ian Miller.
He never got over that casting. That's what I'll say.
Oh, that's why they broke up,
It was announced July 3rd, 2018, that Vidalos filed for divorce from Gomez after 25 years of marriage due to irreconcilable differences.
He wasn't Greek. He just wasn't Greek.
Just not Greek love.
So enters Ian Miller.
Someone cheated, but go ahead.
And his friend.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Toula is instantly taken aback by Ian
Love
Miller's
at first sight.
Stunning looks. He's tall. He's handsome. He's got long hair.
You know Aiden, honey.
Yeah, we all know Aiden.
Y'all know Aiden.
And he doesn't have the pot belly that he has on Sex and the City.
He doesn't have the pot. I don't mind his pot belly.
I thought it was fun to bring it back to Sex and the City. I thought it was funny in Sex and the City, like when she first starts dating him, he does have like the little belly, and I'm like, oh, he has a little belly, like cute man, that bod. And then like when she dates him again, like he loses weight, but they bring up the fact that he had a belly prior. I was like, oh, I didn't think that was like noteworthy to like bring it up.
Shaming. Also,
yeah, they like bring it up. I was like, oh, I didn't think it was that big of a deal for y'all.
And when's the last time Big went to the gym?
Exactly.
Because the last time I heard, he died on a Peloton because he didn't ever work out. He had a heart attack.
Period.
So I know he had a stomach.
Aiden's still alive though.
How dare you talk about
Charlotte? Like makes a comment. She's like, well, did he get rid of his little belly? I was like,
Charlotte, not Charlotte talking.
Bitch.
Have you seen your husband?
Have you seen Harry's ass?
We've all seen Harry.
Right.
We've seen Harry naked.
And got a pot belly.
Now they fat
She's like, well, did he get rid of the belly?
Why are they talking? It's weird what they pick and choose to fat shame people about.
Right. I was like, oh, I didn't really think it was that big a deal for y'all like pointing out.
Aiden watches the show, or whatever his real name is. He's like, wait, what? that was a plot?
Well, he brings it up too. Like, he was like, one of the scenes, like, they were in bed together. And he was like, oh, I gotta go to the gym. She was like, no, stay in bed. And he was like, do you want me to get like chubby again? I was like, oh. Gasp. I was like, not everybody knew you were fat.
Also, we know you lost that gym from crying in the bed, not from the gym. Stop lying.
It wasn't even like a belly. Yeah, I thought it was just the shirt that he wore that made it look like he had a belly.
I don't know. It's just, he's old.
But anywho, so Toula is taken with this man.
Hottie.
And she is being very creepy. She's hovering over him. She's like not speaking. And he's like, hey, nice to meet you. Hello. And she's like staring at him. And he's like, okay.
What I like about this scene is that he's laughing at her little jokes. She makes a joke. She's like, I'm your own personal Greek statue. And he laughs. The friend
asks for coffee and she pours it in Ian's cup. And he's like, okay. And then she walks away.
Yeah.
What a strange encounter.
But I love that it's just like something that happens in the background. Like she remembers him, obviously, but he doesn't.
Will he remember her? Won't he? Will he, won't he? So they don't stay long.
Yeah.
They get their breakfast, Ian and his friend, and then they skedaddle.
So Toula in this part of the movie, she's talking about how depressed she is. She wants a change in her life. So we see in the brochure, she wants to get away from her family business because all she knows is Greek. She hangs out with people's Greek people, her family, her dad. So she wants a break from her family restaurants. So she brings up to her father, like at home, that, hey, can I start taking these computer classes? And he says some sexist thing like,
why do you want to leave me?
That part.
And then she's like, whoa, calm the fuck down.
I love her. I don't know why. It's a little manipulative, but also adorable. Because I don't think he's trying to be manipulative. But I think he really is like, where are you trying to go?
Yeah. And she's like, don't you want me to do something with my life? And he's like, yes, I want you to get married and have babies.
I was like, wow.
And obviously, like,
and you know what?
That's not her main concern in life.
Her dad might be on something. Because this working shit, Toula, it ain't what it's cut out to be. Marry, have kids, let him take care of you.
No, absolutely not.
Let him do it. Sign a contract, and if he divorces you, you take care of it.
Do you hear yourself? She doesn't mean it.
I've been working longer than her. I've been in the workforce longer than she has. I'm tired. Take me, Jesus. I mean it. So yes. So her dad walks out crying the fact that she brought up education. And she's like, I am at my wit's end. If I don't do this, I will literally jump off a cliff.
And so she starts crying, and her mom is in the room.
Mother's the rescue.
And she pulls her aside, and she's like wiping her tears, and she's like, I understand. She's like, you have ambition, you want to be somebody, you get it from me. Even though her mom
part of the family
literally just got married and had babies, but whatever. And she's like, look, I'll talk to your father.
And so she does. That night, she goes to her father, and the mom goes to her husband and is like, why can't Toula go to school? He says, she's not mature enough. If she goes, the school's downtown. The mom's like, you think she's going to do drugs? The dad's like, no. But if someone gives her a bag and is like, take this to the bus depot, she's going to do it. And I was like, don't you think Toula is
What is this logic that he's using? If someone randomly comes up to her and gives her like a bag of drugs, he's like, she's going to take it.
I think he's trying to say
she's walking up to her with a bag of drugs.
And no, she would. I think he's trying to say she's so like innocent and stupid.
Sweet and kind and gullible.
But I don't think she is that crazy. But then so basically,
I think she has a fear of talking to people, so she would actually never take anything from any stranger because she hates human
Who
contact.
would? I don't think a child would do that. Like a literal child would probably be like, I don't even know what a bus depot is at. But after guilt tripping her husband and talking about, oh, you don't think women deserve to be educated? Oh, you think I'm not smart? Oh, you think that I can't do this? He feels bad.
Yeah. So, like, the mom kind of, like, lays it on him. She's like, oh, I, helped you raise 3 kids. I freaking taught Sunday school. I helped you build this business. But God forbid I can't tie my shoes without you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, that's not what I was saying. Of course, now he feels guilty. That's what the mom wanted him to feel all along. So the mom walks out of the room, Toula standing by the door, and she kind of gives her a look like, "We got him, bitch."
I love the mom. I feel
love
like
the mom. The mom's Maria is fantastic.
She's
Best
more.
mom.
The dad is more like Greek, but the mom is more surprisingly more like chill out. Like what she's not with the times, but she's like
she's a little bit more open.
Yeah,
as women normally are.
And as she told her daughter earlier, they didn't move to Greece to be so that their children didn't have choices in life
and options.
Yeah. So like I want you to do what you want to do, honey. So next scene, community college.
She's enrolled at college.
She's an A+ student.
College or something.
Yes.
She's taking computer classes. She's learning about these computers.
Right.
And she's also working on her look. She's doing her hair.
She's combing her hair.
She's putting rollers.
She got some contacts, shawty.
She's getting contacts. She's ditched those 1970s glasses. She's sitting with the popular girls at the community college for lunch. She's like in it. She's changed her wardrobe. She's wearing colors. She ditches the brown.
That's my favorite part is when she's like, okay, she's about so in this scene she's about to go sit by a table by herself, but then there's a group of girls, Caucasian women,
all blonde hair, blue eyes.
Yes, who are her biggest fear. She's got to conquer everything. And they're sitting by each other, but instead of sitting by the empty table, she goes up to them. She's like, "Can I sit here? Like, is this some seat taken?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, go." And then she eats her American lunch with them. Yeah. And she feels part of the scene.
She's immersed in American culture.
Yeah.
She's part of the popular girls. She feels like she can fit in now. It's what she's wanted all her life.
Yeah, that scene is kind of confusing because it's like conform.
Just a little.
But I do like how she's
2002.
Yeah, but she's like, I just want to hang out with non-Greek people.
Right. I want to see what the world is outside of being Greek.
Which is fair.
But
yeah, and then at this point she's done the community classes. She's
taking her
college
courses.
Yeah, her college courses. She's updated her look. It's time to get away from the family business. So she goes to her aunt.
It's time to apply the knowledge that she has now.
So she goes to her aunt, her mom. She's like, because her aunt, there's every family member's got their own business. So they have a restaurant, which her
parents own.
There's a dry cleaning place we never see, but that's always in the mix. And then there's the travel agency, which I believe her aunt
owns.
Run.
We're gonna call her Aunt Vula. Don't know if that's correct or not. But Aunt Vula owns the travel agency.
And Toula goes to her while her mom's there, and she's like, I've been taking these classes. I think what I learned, I could help apply and like get you more business.
Travel business. I can help you.
Will you hire me?
Business. Will you hire me? And Aunt Vula's like, of course.
The woman in his family, progressive.
Yeah.
The men,
So now she's like, okay, new look, college education, new job. But of course, they have to pass all this through her father. So if Toula, is going to leave working at the restaurant to go work for Aunt Vula, sounds easier said than done.
They have to do Inception.
And they have to convince her father that it's his idea. So the ladies, they band together. They sit down with Gus. Daddy Gus. At Dancing Zorbas. And it's Gus, Maria, Toula's mom, and then Aunt Vula. And Maria is talking to Aunt Vula, and she's like, how's the business? Aunt Vula is like, awful. And then Gus is like, what? No! Do you need money?
I love that family.
And then Maria's like, no, that's not what she needs. Aunt Vula tells her that they have the travel agency business. They have the dry cleaner business. But because they're so busy with all the work, Aunt Vula doesn't have any time to spend with her husband.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then so Gus is like, well, why don't you have Toula come work for you? She knows computers. And then you send Nikki, Aunt Vula's daughter, to come work for us. Even trade-off.
Which I think is funny. They're just like giving their children new jobs.
I love how they're like, without like, I
actually don't like working at the restaurant.
Yeah, like, hey, my daughter come work for you,
right.
And then your daughter come work for me.
Also, I think it's so cute that they have like such a nice community with different businesses, and they're just like, she can work over here.
Yeah, I think.
She can work over there.
Yeah, that's super.
Also, I'm like, am I actually getting a paycheck, or is this like under the table thing? Like, how am I getting paid?
What are we doing here?
Where am I?
Or do I just get paid in living, like free rent?
That won't work.
Free space.
That's called servitude, and I will not do it.
So yeah, there we have it.
She's got a new look,
new education, new job.
New freedom. Because I ain't got my daddy calling me old and ugly every day.
Right. Old hag.
Old hag.
Spinster.
Go somewhere else.
So now Toula, with her newfound look and her newfound outlook on life, she's super happy. She's super cute. And she is working at the travel agency and she's killing it.
Yes.
One day, in the travel agency, it's like, it has like this big clear window. Like
bringing
no
business,
wall. Like literally, everybody can freaking see you.
Trying to bring in
when
business,
they walk past the door. So she's working, she's doing her thing, and outside of the agency, she sees Ian Miller. And he's like getting like a hot dog or something. And he sees her.
That pot belly.
That pot belly. And he sees her doing her travel agent thing, and he's like, oh my God, this chick is so hot.
She's a hottie.
And he's like locking eye contact with her, and she's like, oh my God, don't look at me.
She's like, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready yet.
So
don't look at me.
She hides behind a cooler. She's like, not today.
And he looks up, looks down, and looks back up, and she's disappeared. She's gone, nowhere to be found. She's not ready. She's not ready for this.
Yeah.
So he keeps it moving. He keeps it pushing. But some days go by. Maybe 2, 3, 4. Who knows? He comes back to that same hot dog stand.
Where's the hottie?
And sees her there. She's even more hotter.
That's the hottie.
Even more confident. And guess what? She's ready.
She's ready for this.
And he walks into the travel agency, not before he's beaten up by an old lady because he like bumped into her or something.
He's making like, he's doing some games outside. He's doing this like walk away, walk forward, doing the escalator thing when they're flirting.
Yeah, they're like flirting
goofy.
through the window, and he like bumps into an old lady, and then she like beats the shit out of him.
Right.
And then after he gets the shit beat out of him by the old lady, he walks into the travel agency.
What's up, shorty?
Not before she is, startled by his handsome good looks, and she like basically like falls to the ground. So they both had embarrassing moments.
Yes.
They're laughing about their embarrassing moments, and then he asks her out to dinner, and she says yes.
Obviously.
Of course.
Easy peasy.
Lemon motherfucking squeezy.
So that night they go to dinner. We learn that Ian Miller is a teacher. He's a vegetarian.
We learned that he's a vegetarian.
Yes.
Right? Oh.
And
he comes from a family of lawyers.
But
he didn't want to be a lawyer. He wanted to do education. Right. She tells him that he's Greek. He's like, oh, you're Greek. There's this really cute like Greek restaurant that I'd love to take you to. It's called Zorba something. You probably have heard of it. Right, and she's like, oh, dancing Zorbas. Yeah, I don't want to go there. And he's like, why? And then she's like, no reason, no interest. And of course he pries some more. And she's like, that restaurant, Dancing Zorbas, my family owns it. And he's like, oh, do they? And then he looks at her just a little bit longer. And he's like, oh, I remember you. He's like, you're that waitress. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, seating hostess. And he's like, yeah, I remember you. And then she was like, yeah, I was going through a bit of a phase up until now.
That was my life.
And she was like, yeah, I was really frumpy, frump girl. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I don't remember frump girl, but I remember you.
It was so sweet.
It was so sweet because he clearly did not give a fuck about how beauty is the eye of the beholder, but how frumpy she used to look.
She surely was frumpy.
Because I think he was even into her when she was
Yeah,
frumpy.
I think he liked her humor. He was like, that's funny, girl.
Yeah. So he changes the subject. He changes the subject, and he's like, okay, fuck Greek food. Italian. They go out again.
Tomorrow.
2 days, 2 nights.
So now we just get a montage of them going on dates, them coming home outside of her family's house. He drops her off, and them just making out.
They're making out in the car. They're getting hot and heavy in the car. And he's like, wait, don't go inside. And I'm just like, why are y'all not taking this to his place? But whatever.
She's a good Greek girl. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand what it's not like to be a hoe. Okay? So, they're falling in love deeper and deeper in love. I'm assuming they're going on dates every night. He's obsessed. She's obsessed. They're obsessed. So
they have one date. They're kind of like walking on the boardwalk.
Yes.
Somewhere. And, okay, they're kind of getting down to the nitty-gritty. Mm-hmm. He's telling Toula about his family. He's like, I'm an only child. Parents are married. I have 2 cousins, he says. 2 fucking cousins. That's it. I've never met anybody in my life who has 2 cousins.
That was a word. So, like...
We have, like... Although we're not close with them.
Yeah.
We have, like, at least, like, 12.
Yeah.
Who has 2 fucking cousins?
Right. And so it's like... Each of your parents only have one other sibling and they had one child? Or what does that mean?
Like, how does one have 2 cousins?
And it's like they even come from both of them come from even smaller family?
Right, like, that's insane. So, basically, Toula's like, yeah, this shit's not gonna work. She starts, like, spiraling. She's, like, freaking out. She's like, I'm Greek. I have 12 first cousins. I don't even think she says 12. I think she says like 20. Yeah, she says an absurd number.
She's like 26 first cousins.
Yeah, she's like, I have 26 first cousins. Those are just my first cousins. And then she's like, everyone's loud, everyone's boisterous. You only have 2 cousins? This could never work. This will never do. You're not Greek. You have 2 cousins. I have 1 million. My family's too big. We just can't do this. Mm-hmm. And he's like, pump the brakes.
Whoa. And
he's like, I really didn't like when he said this, because he was like, sure, your family's weird, but whose family isn't? I was like, her family's not fucking weird. Just because she has fucking 30 cousins.
She makes them out to be weird.
She makes it out to be weird, but it's like, the real response would have been like, so you have a big family, not so your family's weird.
She makes them... I feel like it's... I don't know. I feel like she puts them out in the world to be weird. Someone's chasing me with an eyeball.
Oh, yeah. My aunt's chasing me with a skewered eyeball around the kitchen. So, yeah, he kind of, like, rests her, like, spirits and is like,
calm down.
You're hot. I'm into you. Let's make out. So they kiss. And they continue dating.
Honey. So their love is flourishing. They're taking this love even to the workplace. Mm-hmm. A few scenes later, we see Ian.
Which is inappropriate to say that the office is just the wall is one big window. Everybody can see you making out with your boyfriend.
Who gonna pop me? Not my auntie.
No. When she come through that door,
right? So, Toula and Ian's there. They're like flirting. He's like
at the travel agency.
He's like holding her while she makes copies at the printer, and he's like, "Let me kiss you. Let me love on you. Let me be inside of your skin." And Toula's cousin Nikki walks in, and she's like, So this is the boy you've been bumping uglies with all around town. So my cousin so-and-so saw you locking lips with him in the...
She told my mom, who told your mom, and basically the jig is up, you're busted.
Yes, someone saw her making out in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot, and cousins told moms, and moms told dads, and you're done.
Now the family knows.
So next, we see Toula sitting at the table with her mom, and in another room, we hear Ian and Gus talking. Well, Gus yelling at Ian. How dare you? Like,
how dare you date my daughter without asking permission?
It's crazy.
And then Ian's like, permission? Sir, your daughter's 30 years old.
Well,
fair point. You got him there, Ian.
Right.
And then he's like, so?
Right.
And then Ian's like, okay, can I date your daughter? And Gus is like, no.
Absolutely not.
And then Ian walks away. He's like, okay, I don't know. I've had enough of this shit.
I'm not ready.
And then so Ian walks out. He goes into the kitchen. He tells Toula, hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, by the way, I'm still gonna fucking date you. I don't care what your dad says. And Gus is pissed. Ian leaves. Gus is pissed. And he says something to the effect of, he turns to Maria, his wife, and is like, you see why you shouldn't educate women?
He's all for that.
That's what he says. Like, he said, you see what happens when you give women brains?
He said, you see what happens when you give this lady a computer? She finds a white man.
Right. And he's like, oh, she brings a foreigner into my house? Let's all keep in mind, everyone in this room is white. Everybody in this room is a white person.
A little. Only difference is someone's a little saucy white.
They're saucy white and he's vanilla white. Yeah. But everybody here is Caucasian.
Right. He could be Greek if he wanted to be Greek.
European and American.
Right.
Still white.
Yeah.
Still white.
It's a little culture difference. But nothing that we can't overcome.
We're all still white people.
Right.
All still white.
Race should not be a factor in here.
But nationality should.
Maybe.
So, Gus is pissed. Is like, this is why we shouldn't educate women. Crazy thing to fucking say. Calls Ian a foreigner and he walks off. And he's like, nobody listened to me. But look at where we are now. She's marrying a foreigner. Or she's dating a foreigner. So then Gus walks away. He's pissed. Maria turns to Toula and she's like, look, I know like you're having this like love affair and it's like fun. It's new. She's like, but it needs to stop. And then Toula says, but Mom, I love him. And she's like, oh my God. Eat something. Shut the hell up.
That's my favorite part. Eat something.
Like, what a response. Like, eat something. It'll go away once you have some bread.
Toula, eat something.
Like, stop it. Cut the shit.
So, from now on, Toula and Ian stop dating. Just kidding, huh? They don't.
They date even harder.
But this time, her father's like, you know what? Something I should have been doing is...
Matchmaker, make me a match.
Every time they have dinner... Her father brings a new Greek man. They get uglier. They get a little better. They get uglier.
Even worse from the last time. They get uglier. They get older. They get more bald. They get more greasy.
Gross.
Just a whore. And she's only 30. He's like picking men who are like literally 55.
He's bringing in... It's almost like Bridgerton with like the 50-year-old, 70-year-olds like trying to date the 20-year-old.
Yeah, he's giving her bottom of the barrel Greek men.
And
I know they got some fine ass Greek men out there. And he's giving her not the creme de la creme, but the like chum bucket of the chump.
Right. Because I know you can find somebody.
Some of the worst.
Who your son friends with? Come on.
Right. Exactly.
Who is fine ass friends?
Seriously, where's the brothers' friends? Because they're only a year apart. Like, she literally could be dating her brother's friends. They're a year apart?
I didn't know how far apart.
Yeah, they're only a year apart.
Yeah. He should have friends, cousins. His friends, cousins.
Or her cousins.
Right, no, his friends' cousins. Because it's kind of weird when your brother, because I don't want you dating my sister. But, like, his friends got cousins that are Greek. So she should be able to date them. But also, it seems like a close-knit community. So I feel like she knows everybody. She probably knows
all the Greek people.
I don't know where he pulled these people from.
Right.
But I feel like every eligible bachelor...
They fresh off the plane from Greece.
Right. They should know. But anywho, that does not deter Toula from her love. She's still seeing Ian. They see each other every night to the point, one night, he finally takes her to his apartment. Which I thought was a little wild. So they pull up to his apartment. She's like, where are we? And he's like, this is my apartment. Do you want to come up? I didn't like that.
It's like, yeah, we're already here. What the fuck else?
I just didn't like I don't like how he springed it on her.
Yeah, like oh, we're at my apartment. Do you want to come up? Well, you're my ride.
Yeah, like you should have done at the restaurant. Like, do you want to come back to my apartment?
Right. It's like, what do you mean? Like, oh, do you want to come up? You've trapped me here.
You've trapped me here.
And you're my ride. Right. Like,
she's like, oh.
But she goes up.
Do you know that one? Oh.
I don't think
that's TikTok sound.
I don't think I know that one. Sorry.
What's your algorithm?
I only know the funny ones. So he takes them up.
They go up.
He shows her the apartment, and she basically jumps his boat.
You think they have sex before they get married?
They definitely had sex that night. Okay. I think that is what that scene was indicating.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah.
I didn't know for sure.
I mean, they literally, when he proposed to her, they literally just had sex.
Just like, I don't have a deviant mind like that. Maybe you two. Just kidding.
Maybe.
But yeah, I just wanted to verify. Because I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like they got married just to have sex. I don't know. Okay, anywho. So yeah, she goes up to the apartment. They have sex for the first time. It's getting very serious. To the point where Ian's like, you need to meet my family. Meet
my people. My folks.
My people. It's just like two people. It's my mom and my daddy. And they're kind of boring. And you are... you are the most non-white person they've seen. Even
though you're white, you're like, they've never seen anything like you.
You're the most diversity besides my dad's secretary that one time. You're the most diversity they've seen.
They were looking at her like he brought home a black woman straight out of Nigeria.
If she didn't say she was Greek, they would have not known she was Greek.
They thought she was like Guatemalan or something.
had she just walked in there and said hello, they'd be like, this is a white woman. Are you Italian, maybe? She has dark hair. I don't know. I feel like they would. I don't think they thought she was Guatemalan. I think they were just throwing out other races.
Yeah, they just heard non-American, and they're like, oh, you must be Guatemalan.
But I feel like if she didn't say like she was Greek, I feel like they wouldn't have suspected anything.
Oh, you think they would have still thought that she was just white?
Yeah, I don't think they'd have been like, oh, what kind of white is she? Like,
I know, right?
Like, it'd just be like, oh, okay, hey, this is your girlfriend.
Brown.
Yeah.
Interesting. So she does meet his family. They're very
polar opposites.
Uppity people. Very opposite from her family.
I guess you could say they're uppity. I just feel like they're boring.
They're
cookie cutter. I don't know. I just think they're really boring.
I don't know what's the word.
I don't even know if they like. I'm very curious to see their family dynamic. Just the three of them. Because Ian's an only child.
Yeah.
I would be very curious to sit at a dinner table with them and see what they talk about. I also feel like Ian's I'm surprised he's so interesting.
Right.
And kind of fun.
Because his parents are not.
Not at all.
I mean, they're the most boring as human beings.
And I can see why he's attracted to Toula and her family.
Because like she's like a fucking wild stallion compared to what he's been around.
He's like, I want someone to talk at dinner. Like I'm not asking for much.
I need a personality.
Yeah, I need a personality here.
Yeah, because he's never seen one of those.
Yeah, it's crazy that he's come out so interesting, even though he's a teacher who's a vegetarian. He's a little lively
compared to his parents. Correct.
Yeah, and I mean Toula's a little shy.
Yeah.
He brings it out of her. They're so cute. I love them. Anywho,
they're a great match.
So yeah, it's an awkward first introduction.
Yeah, they're literally like, "Oh, Rodney, wasn't your secretary Greek?" And he's like, "No, she was Armenian." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, is Armenian the same thing? Is that close to Greece?" And then she's like, "No, not really." And they're like, "Oh no, she was Guatemalan." How the fuck do you get from fucking Armenian to Guatemalan?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, you fuckers.
And then it's like, is this a conversational starter? Like, should I comment on that? Because she's like, oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Right.
Nothing to do with me.
That completely different countries.
Yeah, I know someone who's not from here as well.
Right.
Culture.
That's basically what they're saying.
I know what's also
I met somebody once who wasn't from America.
Yeah, their parents fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool.
Literally.
Right. We got on our culture came off the boat a while back, but you guys are new here. So yeah, that was awkward, but their relationship, Toula and Ian, strong. So they continue to date. And as I don't even know how long they've been dating for, but Ian and Toula, they're at Ian's apartment. They're chilling, they're vibing, they're post-sex, they're dreamy, they're looking at each other. And he's like, I got a crazy question to ask.
I got a crazy question for you.
A crazy question. And she's like, what is it? Will you marry me? And she's like, oh my God, yes. At first, it makes it look like he just acts kind of randomly. But then he like leans over her and like pulls out the ring. And he actually has a ring. He's actually thought about this. And it's honestly...
he's prepared for this moment.
It's honestly so freaking cute. I don't really watch love movies. It's been a while. This is the most I could do. Loved it. From here on out, in love. I'm infatuated with them. It's so cute. I think it would be so hard to watch my wife be like, I'm like, you sure you don't like this nigga?
Oh, right. If we were the best friend,
yeah,
who this whole movie was made about, yeah, I'd have been like, you sure you don't like this guy?
Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. So she's engaged. I'm assuming that night, I don't know if I think I would have kept it to myself for a while. I'm assuming that night she goes home and she tells her father and her mother that she's engaged now. And she's
betrothed.
Her father, guess, not happy. He is sulking.
He's pissed.
He's depressed.
He's like, not Greek.
Woe is me. I hate this. I hate you.
I mean, she got half of it, right? Like, you wanted her to get married. She just like didn't get married to a Greek person.
He's like, I don't. But his problem is like, I don't know her family. I don't know his family. I don't know where he's come from. I don't know if he's a good boy. But in all honesty, he could be a quote unquote good boy, come from a quote unquote good family, and still be an asshole. So
exactly,
you can't know everything, buddy. So let it go.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And you over here worry about your daughter. Worry about your whole son. Because I know he out in these streets. I seen him.
He not married neither. You worried about Toula. He's only 12 months younger than her.
And he fine. I know he not fucking Greek women. I know his dick is in the streets.
Oh my God.
I know his penis is everywhere, honey.
It's filthy.
I know it's... It's filthy. It's filthy. Y'all worry about freaking Toula. Y'all don't know where that boy is at night.
Right.
He live at home too, but y'all don't know where he at.
Right.
Have you seen your son?
Right. Have you
I know where he's at.
Right. I know where he's taking that fine ass tail.
I know where he's at.
Scamming on some squirrel.
Scamming on some squirrel. Okay. Worry about him. Because Toula's straight. But anywho, Toula's mom walks Gus off the bridge. She's like, it's love. It's nothing to do with you. It is what it is. It's love. You can't fight this. So Toula's like, I think she overhears this conversation. She's like feeling like crap. The next morning she goes to Ian's job and she's like, I need to talk to you right now. Let's run away. He's like,
let's elope. Let's go to Vegas. Yeah. Let's go to Niagara Falls. And he's like, you sure? And she's like, I just feel like we can't get married. Not like this. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she tells him that you're not Greek, so we can't get married in a Greek Orthodox church. That's really killing my family, my father. I just feel like it's just too much. Like, I just want to get married, and it's never gonna be right. Right. And she's like, I love you, but my family does not. Right. Basically.
And he's like, problem solved. I will become Greek.
And what does he do? He agrees to get baptized in the Greek Orthodox Church.
Would you ever convert for someone?
It depends on what the religion is. The only religion that I would ever convert to is Islam. That's the only other one.
I remember Shaw of the Sunset. Mike's wife, I forgot her name.
Oh, she converted to Judaism.
And he cheats on her. He probably was cheating on her.
I wonder if she's still like faithful to the Jewish faith. Like, what happens when you like do that and like you don't stay with the person?
Right. Can I just like wash my hands of this? Like,
right. Like, do you still partake in like the religion that you've converted to? For this
I wouldn't, because I'm like, this is just
because he only did it for them to begin with. Oh my
God, I can't believe she
converted. And they were together for like 2 fucking seconds.
Right. Yes, and I feel like he just got baptized. I think she had to take classes. Yeah. And all this crap.
She probably have to do a lot.
Yeah. If it's anything like Sex and the City.
Right. I was just about to say Charlotte converted to Judaism for Harry.
And it was a lot.
She was taking that shit serious. She was playing no fucking games.
Nothing. I love her. But if it was just a baptism, sure or not. But if I had to like go to school, how long?
Yeah, how long I got sitting in this class? Here?
And what your values is.
Right.
But I don't know. If it's just a dunking of the head, sure. But my question was, is he not baptized at all? Is it just like, I don't know. I don't know what Greek Orthodox is different from Catholicism. Being a Christian.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because I'd be like, I'm baptized already. Can I just say I'm Greek? Like, what the difference is?
I agree.
But yes, he gets baptized and boom, shabba-labba-lam-ba-lam-ba-dam. Let's get married.
All that stuff.
Yeah. So the wedding's on. The moms know. But before they get married, the parents need to meet officially. Mm-hmm. So Toula invites Ian's parents to come over for dinner. One day, Toula calls up her mom. She's like, "How's the dinner preparation going?" Her mom's like, "I'm peeling
potatoes,
tons of them." And
she's like, "Potatoes? I just peeled like 12 potatoes earlier." She's like, "Yeah, but we need more." She was like, "It's not that many people." And then her mom's like, "Yeah, it's Ian's family." And she's like, "Yeah, that's 2 people." And then there's us. And she's like, "Yeah, that's 7. And then Maria's like, "Well, I invited the rest of the family." And then Toula's like, the rest of the family, that's like 1,000 of y'all.
And then like the camera zooms out and we see like what's on the table that she's preparing. It's like tons of potatoes, tons of meats, tons of vegetables. It's just like, it's like
that's so crazy that one single woman cooked all of that food.
It's like 7 chickens she has in there. Like, it is crazy.
And it's all gonna get eaten.
Also, and then she's like, "We're gonna be there in an hour." I was like, "Well, I don't know if the food's gonna be ready in an hour," but I was like, "Who's hour?" And then like the uncle's bringing a whole, like he walks in a whole lamb,
yeah,
skinned lamb.
like fresh out the butcher shop.
It's a hoedown.
It's a Greek down.
Yeah. So I would be, if I was Toula, I'd be like, I'm tired of y'all fucking hijacking my plans. By the time she gets to the wedding, but I'd be like, this is not what I told them. I told them a small gathering, not a family reunion. Could you imagine a small gathering? It's a family reunion. They're having a family reunion, but it's so lovely. So that night, Toula and Ian's parents, they arrive to Toula's home. Outside it looks like a family reunion. There's a home. It's all of her family outside.
We're introduced to the entire family line. Gus comes forward and he's like, "Hey, thank you, Miller family, for being here. Meet my family. This is my brother, George, and his 3 kids, Nikki, Diane, and Roger. Here's my sister, Peg, with her kids, Nikki, Diane, and Roger. Literally, all the cousins have the same 3 names.
Nikki, Nicholas, Nikki.
There's 12 Nicks, 2 Nickies. Everyone's got the same name. And then Maria comes out, and she's like, welcome. And then there was this whole bunt cake exchange that was really weird.
If I was Ian's family, they look very uncomfortable. But if I was Ian's family, like mom and dad, I would feel so warm.
Yeah.
Because they're literally doing all this for them.
I would feel so appreciative and so honored and so thankful. And they literally look like they're walking into a freak show.
Yeah.
And if I was Toula, I would be like, get your parents, because they're being rude as fuck, honestly. Because why do they look disgusted by the presence of my family?
I'm just going to say let's just say they're overwhelmed, but they did look disgusted.
They're very overwhelmed. To just
imagine you're going to a party.
It's just so crazy because it's like
you're the guest of honor.
Y'all are white and these people are white. Why are y'all acting
like this? Right.
Why are y'all acting like this?
Right. The only thing that's weird is they have
y'all can have. I couldn't get it, but it would make more sense if y'all was doing all this behind black people. If y'all was meeting a black family, if this was your white son marrying a black woman, and let's say like a traditional like African family or something, y'all are white. They are white. Y'all are white people meeting other white people. Cut this shit. Stop doing all of this.
They just have a bigger party.
It's just it's. Y'all are vanilla white people and they little ghetto white people. That's it. But y'all are all white. Exactly. Cut it out. Stop the nonsense.
They just weren't casual. They're funner.
Oh my God. Enough.
But yes, they're overwhelmed. They go inside. They sit down, and then the auntie tells her their story about.
Oh my God.
Best scene in the whole movie.
Best scene. It's not who's your favorite character? Because for me, it's Aunt Vula. She's fucking hilarious.
Maybe the brother.
For me, it's
I don't know. I like the scenes
down.
where they do like they tell Ian to say things
Greek words
that mean something dirty. I think they're funny.
Dirty things.
Yeah, I think it's funny. It gets me every time.
So Aunt Bula, she comes through, the aunt who owns the travel agency. She sits Ian Miller's parents down, and she's like, "Sit. You're family now.
Now you are family. Okay. All my life, I had a lump at the back of my neck, right here. Always a lump. Then I started menopause, and the lump got bigger. From the hormones, it started to grow. So I go to the doctor, and he did the biopsy. And inside the lump, he found teeth and a spinal column. Yes. Inside the lump was my twin.
What the fuck?
But it's just like, she's like, y'all are family now? Okay. Story time.
It's like, why this story?
I absorbed my twin. Like, out of all the things to say, like, we'll take care of your son. Tell me about, I had a twin that I absorbed in my neck.
Right. I thought it was cancer. It was just... twin.
She's so fucking hilarious.
She's hilarious. They're looking at her like, what the fuck? At this point, they're sitting in a room. They're taking shots. People are offering them food. They're overwhelmed. They're drunk. She's talking about bababapsi. And as the party ends, it's not good vibes. The dad, after everyone has left, the dad is upset.
He's pissed.
He's calling Ian's parents cracker boring.
He does not say. He
He
does not
said-
say cracker.
He says they're as plain as bread or crackers or something like that. He's like,
He said they're as plain as like toast.
toast. Sorry, wrong thing. Anywho, he said they're plain, they're boring, they're like ugh. Which is, I think, is hilarious that he's like, they're the most boring people I've ever seen, and this is who she wants to marry.
Yeah, he's like, we tried to open up our home to them. We tried to be hospitable. They're just so boring. They were so rude. They're looking at us like we're fucking animals. Like, he's pissed. And then, of course, Toula hears all of this. But I will have to say, although I never agree with Gus, I agree with Gus on this one. They were being viciously rude.
They were rude.
Like, I opened up. We did all this for
you.
y'all. This is for you. And that's how you gonna act?
Like, come on.
Get the
like,
fuck out my house.
Smile at me. Smile
Literally
at me.
smile.
Ask a question.
Right.
Eat a food. I think they drunk too much. I don't know why they give them all them shots, but
Still.
Y'all could have just been like, I don't know, eat something. Get up and dance.
Something.
Ask somebody a question.
Engage in the party. So, after all that,
You get an
we're
ugly-
still getting married.
Yeah, we're still getting married.
But despite all of this, Ian and Toula are still getting hitched.
They ain't going nowhere. One day she wakes up, it's the wedding day.
I mean, yeah, there was like little, like she's getting married like
Yeah,
that.
this movie's happening fast. It happens really fast. I was like, oh, we're here already.
They didn't waste any time.
Yeah.
They were playing no game.
And they didn't really talk about it. Literally, she wakes up in bed. I'm like, what's going on? And it's like the wedding day. And I'm like, oh, today she's getting married. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she wakes up. It's the wedding day. She goes downstairs. She's got like 85 bridesmaids. They're waiting for her to wake up. No one woke her up. But to her shock and awe, she has a pimple on her face. And I think this might be the biggest tragedy of the whole movie, honestly.
Oh, dang.
What?
We have failed this entire movie to add in the fact that her father's cure to any ailment is to put Windex on it.
The Windex guy.
So yeah, side note about Gus, Toula's father, his cure to any issue, ailment, disease, from COVID to friggin' sniffles, he's like, put some Windex on it.
Got a burn.
A scrape, a burn, a scar, Windex. Where the fuck did he come up with that?
I can kind of see it.
I wonder one of the scenes where he's like, when they're like young and he's like talking to them and he has his entire elbow in a bowl of fucking Windex.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I guess you can make the case it kills germs. I don't know. But I also... What I was supposed to say? I don't know. Okay, got a train of thought. Lost my train of thought. I don't know.
So yeah, she wakes up with a monster-sized zit on her face. Of course, no one wants to see that on their wedding day. It's chaos. Of course, she has like 14 bridesmaids. They're everywhere, all over the place. Her little brother, Nicky, is like being a pest. He's like taking pictures of the women as they're like not fully dressed and they have like their face mask and their rollers in. They're trying to get ready. She puts on her wedding dress. She hates the way she looks. I thought she looked really cute. I actually loved the wedding dress for the times.
Yeah.
And the occasion. But I mean, it's pretty much just a lot's going on. But it's time for us to get our ass to that church. Let's make our way to the church.
Nothing crazy happens. And nothing crazy happens at the church. No one says anything crazy. No one gives like a nice like, you got this, girl.
We're at the Greek Orthodox church. Like, Dad's walking her down the aisle. The wedding itself was very like, to say this movie is my big fat Greek wedding. The wedding scene itself was very...
The whole, like, the wedding, the reception happens really fast, yeah.
Yeah, Dad doesn't cry. They just exchange their vows.
The only thing I remember is her saying, like, oh my God, we're about to take our first steps as husband and wife.
I don't even remember her saying that.
Yeah, just like at the altar. And like the dad, or the mom, his mom, Ian's mom, being like, I don't know what they're saying. And the dad's going, it's all Greek to me. And I think that's their version of, like, they're kind of warming up for it. Because they just like laugh at that joke, but they're kind of warming up to the Greek lifestyle.
I didn't take that from that joke.
That's what I took from it.
I thought they were being snooty.
I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I will not be giving them the benefit of the doubt. So the wedding happens. Ian and Toula get in their limo that is covered in tulle, blue and pink. It looks horrendous.
Yeah, it does look bad.
They get in the car. She's wiping her makeup off. They're having their first moments as husband and wife.
Lovely.
They pull up at the
reception hall,
which is called like Aphrodite's Palace or some shit. And then she's kind of like, "Oh, do we have to go inside?" And he's like, "Well, it's too late to elope now." And she reveals to him that she had a zit. And then he also tells her, "Oh, I had a zit this morning as well." And she's like, "Oh, where's yours? I don't see it." And he's like, "Oh, I put Windex on it."
He's into the family.
He's in. He's locked in.
He's more into the family than she's into the family.
Right. He's learning Greek and shit, getting baptized, putting Windex on shit.
Yes. It's like the unity of families is slowly happening, of cultures.
There we go. So we walk our way into the reception.
Love.
Greek dancing, Greekness.
Their speeches.
Dad, Gus, gets up. He gives a speech. He talks about apples and oranges.
And how their family their last names are apples. Sure. And then they're basically both fruit, basically saying that maybe different, but we are the same.
We're both fruit.
But then he has a nice little present for the happy couple. And he walks over to them. He gives them a piece of paper. And Toula's like, she gives it to Ian. Toula's like, "What is it?" He's like, "He bought us a house."
That shit was crazy, yo.
I'm like, what? I mean, back then, easy money. Today's time, by
a human being a house that's not your own, like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's so freaking sweet.
It's so sweet.
My favorite scene in the whole movie.
The dad's crying. Toula's crying. The dad and Ian give a nice hug. It's very sweet.
Finally! He's finally accepted Ian Miller.
Better. So next, to continue to join the family. What?
We forgot the scene.
Oh, what do you mean you don't eat no meat?
What do you mean you don't eat no meat? Okay, we have to talk about it. At one of the many times where Ian is meeting Toula's family, Aunt Vula comes up to Ian and she's like, "Ian, I have to cook for you one day. I have to cook for you." And then Toula's like, "Oh, Aunt Vula, like that won't work, Ian is a vegetarian.
Yeah, you know me.
He doesn't eat meat."
What do you mean?
And Aunt Vula's like, "Don't eat meat. Don't eat meat. What you mean he don't eat no meat?" That's okay. I cook lamb.
Opa!
I love that scene. She's fucking hilarious.
She is hilarious.
What you mean you don't eat no meat?
She is hilarious.
That's okay. I cook lamb. Meat.
She is funny.
So, back to the wedding. He buys them a fucking house.
Lovely.
Can you imagine purchasing a house?
I can't. So, after this, everyone's in good spirits. Toula goes down to her parents-in-law, mother-in-law and father-in-law.
Her in-laws, there we go. And she's like, "Come on, guys, we're about to dance." And I think the dad's like really into it, and the mom's like, "Oh, I don't know, I need a shot." But they're like, "Yes, let's do it." And also, I really love how Aunt Vula has really adapted to the in-laws. She's like, "Oh yeah," she's like their spirit guide, their guardian angel. Yeah, she's like, "I'm here to life." She's like telling them, "Oh, this is when we do this is when we do that." But she's like, but Toula goes up to them. She's like, "We're about to dance." So they all get on the dance floor. They dance. They do like a Greek dance, and everyone's having fun. You can see like the blending of families, and everything's going well. I think she ends the movie with like a little monologue telling about like how she never thought she'd be this happy, and she's so happy. And 6 years later, or like she says, and then she says like, go by, she's pregnant. And 6 years later, I'm sending my daughter off to Greek school. And then, fun fact, the house that Gus purchased for Ian Miller and his daughter is across the street. It's next door. It's not across the street. It's next door. It's the house over. They're neighbors. Which sucks. If I was Ian, I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be like, he bamboozled us.
It takes a village. So like for like children wise, I'm like, go by your grandparents. Like, we need time. Right. But you know what? Part of me thinks Ian Miller. I can't even say his name regular. What's his Ian? Ian. I feel like he wants a big family, so I feel like he wouldn't mind it. Yeah. Like just to have someone close. Very well. Yeah, and I would hope at least they don't have that the amount of family that they have over for like these big parties aren't there as much. So it's probably usually small and right. So it probably isn't that bad. But yeah, I would have been like, not be next door neighbors, but it's also nice to be close to your in-laws. Mm-hmm. How many more days you got them, you know?
This is true. They're not going to be here forever.
Right. But yeah, the movie ends happily. There's a blending of families, cultures, and family traditions. I have not seen the next two, so I wonder where that's going. I wonder if their daughter is going to be marrying a Greek man or she's going to be marrying a non-Greek.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Because, you know,
I remember the trailer. Like, yeah, she was dating somebody. She had a very emo look to her.
But yeah, guys. Do you have any hot takes, Jade? How do you feel about the movie?
A great film. Love it.
It's honestly really cute.
It's perfect.
Literally, when he asked her to marry her, I was like,
yeah, they were the cutest freaking couple ever.
They're so fucking cute. And I really want them to tell me how long they've been dating, because honestly, in my head, it's been like 6 months.
Yeah, I was just about to say probably 6 months. I wouldn't say a day longer.
The dad's probably so pissed. He's like, okay, I just found out about this person. Now they're getting married. It's only been 6 months. I have no time to
process this.
Right.
Well, all in all, fantastic film, fantastic love story. We love it.
Love. I hope you
Shout out to Nia for starting this off as a one-woman show and making it into a box office smasher hit that made $368 fucking million.
Sticking with her.
Let me hold $1.
Right. Sticking with her trueness, her truth, and not letting them, redo her film, her story.
Amen.
For some her art, for some likes. My story is Greek. This is me. This is I. Power to you.
Oh, right.
It was crazy. But serious. And I hope you all find your own Ian Miller. That breaks the mold, that gives you the love and
okay, she's getting long-winded now. It's been real. It's been fun.
Talk like at work tomorrow.
See you next time.
All right, guys. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.